Anu and the Magic Ant. Once upon a time, in a quiet little town, there lived a 10-year-old girl named Anu. She was beautiful, bright, and full of energy, but she had one big problem. Anu hated doing house chores. If her mom asked her to sweep, she would groan, "Mummy, I'm tired." If her dad told her to wash her plates, she would yawn and slip away to play. And her schoolwork? Forget it. Her notebooks were always empty, and her teachers had complained so many times that even her parents were tired. One night, Anu tossed and turned on her bed. Her room was messy as usual, clothes on the floor, books under the bed, and biscuit crumbs on her pillow. Suddenly, a soft buzzing sound filled the air. Bzzz, bzzz. Anu sat up, blinking. "What's that noise?" she asked. Then, whoosh, a giant ant appeared in her room. Its shiny black body sparkled under the moonlight, and its tiny eyes twinkled like stars. Anu gasped, "A talking ant?" The giant ant smiled. "Yes, Anu. I am Otto the Magic Ant. I've been watching you. You don't like to work or study, do you?" Anu frowned and folded her arms. "Work is boring. Chores are too hard. And homework? That's for serious people." Otto chuckled softly. "Very well then. Let me show you what real work looks like." Before Anu could say another word, Otto waved his tiny antenna and poof, Anu began to shrink. Her hands turned thin and black. Her legs multiplied 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In seconds, she had become an ant. "Eek! What happened to me?" she squeaked. "Don't worry," Otto said. "Come with me." He led her down a tiny hole near the window, and together they crawled deep into the ground, down, 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 until they reached a busy underground city filled with ants. Everywhere Anu looked, ants were working. Some carried food, others cleaned tunnels, and a few guarded the gates. None of them were lazy. Otto turned to her. "See, Anu, we ants live by discipline. Everyone has a duty. No one leaves their work undone. That's how we survive." Anu watched in amazement. Tiny ants carried crumbs 10 times their size without complaining. Others worked together to lift a grain of rice. She whispered, "Wow, they don't even rest." "Exactly," said Otto. "Teamwork, focus, and responsibility. That's what keeps us strong." For the first time, Anu felt ashamed. She remembered her mom sweeping alone, her teacher calling her lazy, and her friends winning school awards while she got none. "I want to change," Anu said quietly. "I want to be like the ants." Otto nodded kindly. "Then promise me this. When you return home, you will do your chores and your assignments without complaining. But if you break your promise..." He smiled mysteriously. "I'll turn you into an ant again." Anu nodded quickly. "I promise. I promise." Whoosh! A bright light filled the tunnel, and suddenly, Anu was back in her bed. She touched her face, normal again. She looked around, her messy room still there. But this time, she jumped out of bed, picked up her broom, and started sweeping. The next morning, her parents stood at her door, eyes wide open. "Anu, are you cleaning?" her mother asked, shocked. "Yes, Mummy. And after that, I'll finish my homework." From that day, Anu became the most hardworking girl in her house. She helped her parents, did her schoolwork, and even encouraged her friends to be responsible. Sometimes, when she saw a tiny ant crawling by, she smiled and whispered, "Thank you, Otto." And do you know what? Anu learned that work isn't a punishment. It's what makes you strong, smart, and ready for great things. Moral of the story: being responsible isn't boring. It makes you shine brighter than anyone else.